Hello everyone, welcome to my channel SW Metro official channel.
Cody says his mother worries about him, in bizarre real-time post. The world according to Cody Brown. Cody Brown, the patriarch of the Sister Wives family, never ceases to awe his adoring followers with his way of thinking. Recently, he has been a guy who has a lot to say about family, especially parenting. He loves to advise the fans. But what seems even more unbelievable is that fans ask him for this advice. So, his newly revealed theory on moms and dads seems like an interesting topic to some fans. In light of the fact that some of Cody's children are still estranged from the father of 18 sister wives, Cody might even use this theory to console himself. Chemistry lesson. Cody Brown's responses to previous requests from Sister Wives viewers for parenting advice were quite distinct from his most recent spiel. He used to suggest to new parents that they make sure they get respect from their kids. Also, he said, love your kids, but discipline them as well. His recent blurb on parenting talks about the difference between the mother's and father's approaches to their children. From the time that baby is born, Cody tells the Sister Wives fans that there's a chemical reaction in the mother. This causes the moms to have unconditional love for children. But it is different for fathers. Sister Wives, Cody says his mother worries about him. Cody Brown used his mom as an example. The Sister Wives papa reminded his fans that his mom is much older today. But she still calls him when she's worried about him. Cody cites this as proof that their chemistry never fades. His mom still gets a hold of him when, for some reason, it hits her that she should worry about her son. Sister Wives viewers can think of a few scenes from the show that might worry Cody Brown's mother, despite the fact that Cody never said what caused his mother to be concerned. Fans think his now famous stab in the kidney scene when he was yelling at Christine Brown would do it. That's a scene that would likely worry any mother if her son acted that way. You could understand her concern given how frequently Cody Brown lost his composure on the show. Is there a built-in get-out-of-jail-free card for Cody's wives? However, for the time being, followers of Sister Wives believe that Cody is attempting to explain why Christine Brown and Janelle Brown are so close to their children and receive such unreserved love from them. He never mentioned any family member's name, but the fans saw through this. For Cody, it sounds as if this theory might mean Mary, Janelle, and Christine have a leg up with that chemistry bond because they are so close with their kids. Since Cody's theory doesn't include that chemistry for fathers, this might be the way he explains his estranged relationships. Because it is not built in, this suggests that fathers must work at it. Like mothers, they do not possess the chemical get-out-of-jail-free card. Here we have it. One of TLC's most divisive dads seems to have explained away his problems by citing the chemistry we all have. Cody's new parenting philosophy, a chemistry lesson nobody asked for. Cody Brown's latest take on parenting was not delivered via Sister Wives episodes but rather through a real-time post online, where he mused about how mothers and fathers bond differently with their children. According to Cody, a mother's bond is chemically hardwired into her brain from the moment the baby is born. This connection, he says, creates a permanent and unbreakable sense of worry and care, hence, his mother still frets about him, decades after raising him. Cody's exact words painted a picture of unconditional maternal love as something biologically pre-installed. Fathers, on the other hand, according to Cody, don't get the same chemical wiring. Instead, he argues that dads must work harder at connecting with their children, because it isn't as innate. To an outside observer, this may sound like a thoughtful meditation on parental roles. But to Sister Wives fans, who've watched Cody neglect, scold, and in some cases become estranged from his own kids, the post felt more like an excuse. Instead of owning up to his broken relationships, Cody seems to be leaning into a half-baked scientific theory to explain why his children, particularly those from his marriages to Christine, Janelle, and even Mary, no longer trust him, call him, or want much to do with him. Fans react. Is Cody deflecting responsibility again? The internet exploded after Cody's comment, with Reddit threads, fan forums, and social media comments dissecting every word. The overwhelming consensus? This is classic Cody Brown deflection. Instead of looking inward and asking what role he played in driving a wedge between himself and his adult children, including Garrison, Gabe, and Paydon, Cody seems to suggest that the bond between mother and child is simply too powerful for a dad like him to compete with. Many fans pointed out the irony. This is the same man who once declared on Sister Wives that he demanded respect from his kids, often in the form of obedience. This is also the same man who blew up at Christine on national television, calling her a knife in the kidneys after she chose to leave him. So when Cody begins talking about chemical bonds and how moms get an easier path to connection, it feels more like another attempt to dodge accountability. Cody's get-out-of-jail-free card theory for mothers. Perhaps the most revealing part of Cody's commentary was what it implied. By framing maternal love as chemically programmed and unconditional, Cody essentially gave all the mothers in his life a get-out-of-jail-free card for their parenting. Mary, Janelle, and Christine are all mothers. Each has gone through painful transitions, emotionally and legally, with Cody. But all three women remain extremely close with their children. Christine, in particular, has been shown to be deeply involved in her children's lives, attending events, cheering them on, and now even building a new life with David Woolley while maintaining strong family ties. Janelle too, despite the loss of her son Garrison, is clearly a mother whose kids love and trust her. Her bond with her daughter Maddie is rock solid, as is her connection to her other children. Cody, meanwhile, seems to stand outside of these bonds, watching from the sidelines and wondering why no one's calling him on Father's Day. Instead of questioning his past behavior, he seems to suggest it's just science, dads are wired differently. The role of Cody's mother in this narrative. Cody's mention of his own mother, now elderly, but still calling him when she worries, adds another layer to the story. He appears to be using her continued concern for him as proof of this forever chemical bond. But Sister Wives viewers couldn't help but find this ironic. If Cody's mom does indeed worry about him, could it be because of the way he's acted on the show? From yelling at Christine in front of cameras, to telling Janelle she had to choose between him and her children during COVID-19, to essentially abandoning Mary emotionally for years before their split, there's plenty for a mother to be worried about. In some ways, Cody might be proving his own point. Maybe his mom does love him unconditionally, but that doesn't excuse his behavior or validate his parenting choices. It simply shows that his mother is a loving, concerned parent, something he could strive to be. Cody's estranged relationships with his children. The real crux of this bizarre parenting theory is Cody's relationship, or lack thereof, with many of his 18 children. While his bond with Robyn's kids appears intact, fans have noticed a significant disconnect between him and many of his older children, especially those raised primarily by Christine and Janelle. Let's look at some of the most public estrangements. Gabe and Garrison, both sons from Janelle, stopped communicating with Cody after the COVID-19 fallout. Garrison, before his passing, was vocal about the distance he felt from his father. Gabe cried on camera after Cody forgot his birthday. Paydon Brown, Christine's only son, has also expressed frustration with his father. While he's attempted reconciliation at times, the tension has remained. Michael T., Isabel, and Gwendolyn, all daughters of Christine, and all of them seem to maintain closer relationships with their mother. Gwendolyn has been particularly open about her strained dynamic with her father. These are not flukes. These are patterns. And while Cody's dad chemistry deficit theory might sound poetic, it doesn't hold up under the weight of his own children's stories. Sister Wives fans see through Cody's narrative. In typical Sister Wives fashion, fans have become experts at reading between the lines. Cody's post might not have named names, but everyone knew he was indirectly talking about Christine and Janelle. These women, now thriving outside his orbit, have maintained bonds with their children that Cody cannot seem to replicate. And why can't he? Is it chemistry, or is it conduct? Fans argue it's the latter. Mothers do not automatically win their children's loyalty by biology alone. They earn it through consistency, compassion, and presence, something Christine and Janelle have delivered, and something Cody appears to lack. Is Cody using pop science to rationalize his failures? There's also the matter of the science itself. Cody is not a biologist, neurologist, or parenting expert. He's a reality TV star. Yet his comments about the chemical reactions that happen when a mother gives birth try to position him as someone who understands human development and psychology. This pseudoscientific explanation feels more like a rationalization for his perceived failures than an objective truth. Yes, studies show hormonal changes in new mothers that promote bonding, but that doesn't mean fathers are incapable of nurturing or connecting deeply with their children. Plenty of single dads, adoptive fathers, and stay-at-home dads form extremely close bonds with their kids without giving birth. So, is Cody using science to mask emotion? Many fans believe so. Conclusion: the fatherhood crisis of Cody Brown. Cody Brown's real-time post about his mother worrying for him might have been intended as a sentimental message. But to Sister Wives fans, it revealed something far deeper, a man struggling to reconcile his identity as a father, husband, and leader with the reality that he's alienated much of his family. Instead of self-reflection, Cody offers strange philosophical tangents and vague scientific explanations. Instead of apologizing, he theorizes. Instead of showing growth, he posts. And through it all, his children, and many fans, seem to be moving on. If Cody wants to repair his image and his relationships, it may be time to stop talking about brain chemistry and start showing genuine accountability. Because unconditional love isn't always about hormones, sometimes it's about actions. In a recent post or interview, Cody Brown shocked Sister Wives fans with an offbeat and highly personal reflection: "My mother still worries about me. She'll call and check in. It's just that mom chemistry, it never stops." This wasn't just a nostalgic comment. Instead, it became the basis for a long-winded theory Cody is now peddling about motherhood, fatherhood, and how parenting is, apparently, biologically imbalanced. According to Cody, from the moment a baby is born, a chemical reaction is triggered in mothers that bonds them for life to their children. Fathers, on the other hand, allegedly don't experience this same chemical surge, and therefore must work to build those connections. This explanation conveniently arrives as Cody faces criticism and ridicule for his strained relationships with nearly all of his older children, especially those from Christine, Janelle, and even Mary. He's no longer just making excuses, he's inventing entire scientific frameworks to justify his apparent failures. Chapter 2: The Motherhood Chemical Bond, Pseudoscience or Emotional Deflection? Cody's so-called chemistry theory isn't entirely unfounded in biological studies. Research has shown that oxytocin, sometimes called the love hormone, spikes in mothers during childbirth and breastfeeding, contributing to attachment and nurturing behavior. However, this is only one piece of the complex emotional puzzle that forms the parent-child relationship. What Cody fails to mention, or perhaps ignores, is that fathers also produce oxytocin and other bonding hormones, especially when they are emotionally present and involved in caregiving. Fathers who cuddle, feed, and interact with their babies can build deep emotional connections equal to those of mothers. So when Cody says mothers have a chemical get-out-of-jail-free card, what he's really doing is creating a convenient biological excuse. If moms are automatically bonded, then dads can't be blamed for lacking closeness. But fans and experts alike will tell you, parenting isn't passive. It requires effort, consistency, and empathy, qualities that Cody has failed to display consistently over the years. Chapter 3: Cody's Broken Bonds with His Kids, a Pattern Years in the Making. Let's talk about what really might be worrying Cody's mother. From the early days of Sister Wives, Cody was often shown as a sometimes attentive, sometimes absent father. As the family grew to 18 children and 4 wives, it became increasingly clear that he couldn't, or wouldn't, divide his time equally. Many of his children have spoken out, explicitly or through implication, about the emotional toll of his favoritism, primarily toward Robyn and her kids. Some of Cody's most estranged relationships include Garrison and Gabriel Brown, Janelle's sons. These two have been vocal, and visibly upset, about their father's absence, especially during the COVID-19 era when Cody enforced strict rules but was only spending time at Robyn's house. Paydon Brown, Christine's son. Paydon has also hinted at difficult experiences with his father, including being ignored or dismissed. Leon Brown, Mary's only child. Cody appears to have become increasingly distant since Leon's coming out, a distance many fans believe is rooted in his discomfort with their identity. It's not about chemistry. It's about Cody's repeated decisions to prioritize control and ego over connection and love. Chapter 4, a look at the infamous stab in the kidney scene. If there's one scene in Sister Wives that fans believe would make any mother worry for